billion years since the first bacteria. In that time, life has learned to fly, circumnavigate the globe, live in the depths of the ocean and atop the highest peaks, craft miracle materials, light up the night, lasso the sun's energy, and build a self-reflective brain. Collectively, organisms have managed to turn rock and sea into a life-friendly home with steady temperatures and smoothly percolating cycles. In short, living things have done everything we want to do, without guzzling fossil fuel, polluting the planet, or mortgaging their future. What better models could there be? Eco-inventions. In these pages, you'll meet men and women who are exploring nature's masterpieces: photosynthesis, self-assembly, natural selection, self-sustaining ecosystems, eyes and ears and skin and shells, talking neurons, natural medicines, and more. And then copying these designs and manufacturing processes to solve our own problems. I call their quest biomimicry, the conscious emulation of life's genius. Innovation inspired by nature. In a society accustomed to dominating or improving nature, this respectful imitation is a radically new approach, a revolution, really. Unlike the Industrial Revolution, the biomimicry revolution introduces an era based not on what we can extract from nature, but on what we can learn from her. As you will see, doing it nature's way has the potential to change the way we grow food, make materials, harness energy, heal ourselves, store information, and conduct business. In a biomimetic world, we would manufacture the way animals and plants do, using sun and simple compounds to produce totally biodegradable fibers, ceramics, plastics, and chemicals. Our farms, modeled on prairies, would be self-fertilizing and pest-resistant. To find new drugs or crops, we would consult animals and insects that have used plants for millions of years to keep themselves healthy and nourished. Even computing would take its cue from nature, with software that evolves solutions and hardware that uses the lock and key paradigm to compute by touch. In each case, nature would provide the models. Solar cells copied from leaves, steely fibers woven spider style, shatterproof ceramics drawn from mother of pearl, cancer cures, complements of chimpanzees, perennial grains inspired by tall grass, computers that signal like cells, and a closed-loop economy that takes its lessons from redwoods, coral reefs, and oak hickory forests. The biomimics are discovering what works in the natural world, and more important, what lasts. After 3.8 billion years of research and development, failures are fossils, and what surrounds us is the secret to survival. The more our world looks and functions like this natural world, the more likely we are to be accepted on this home that is ours, but not ours alone. This, of course, is not news to the Rowani Indians. Virtually all native cultures that have survived without fouling their nests have acknowledged that nature knows best, and have had the humility to ask the bears and wolves and ravens and redwoods for guidance. They can only wonder why we don't do the same. A few years ago, I began to wonder too. After 300 years of Western science, was there anyone in our tradition able to see what the Rowani see? How I found the biomimics. My own degree is in an applied science, forestry, complete with courses in botany, soils, water, wildlife, pathology, and tree growth, especially tree growth. As I remember, cooperative relationships, self-regulating feedback cycles, and dense interconnectedness were not something we needed to know for the exam. In a reductionist fashion, we studied each piece of the forest separately, rarely considering that a spruce fir forest might add up to something more than the sum of its parts.